Welcome back to part 2 of the top 10 emotional moments from Critical Role's first campaign. As a reminder, please like, comment, and subscribe if this is the type of content you'd like to see more of. Thanks for watching. Number 5. Scanlan passes on his wish. From episode 114, Vecna the Ascended. At the very end of Vox Machina's campaign, the heroes are faced with their final foe, Vecna, a mortal-born archlich and newly ascended god, ready to destroy everything in his path. However, Scanlan had multiple goals on his mind, including one last shot at saving Vax'ildan before the Raven Queen stole him away for good. Towards the end of the battle, a decision had to be made. Auto-cancel Vecna's 7th level teleportation spell with a 9th level counterspell, or use a 9th level wish in a final attempt to save Vax from his sealed fate. While the scene isn't largely dramatic in itself, and there are many things going on at once, it's Sam's reaction that is just so devastating to watch.
Vecna is going to go ahead and, through the hand of Vecna, begin to attempt to teleport.
No! No!
I take my shots.
Fuck
Someone have a
that
reaction?
hand. Fuck that hand.
Fucking chop that hand.
Mage Slayer.
I mean, I do have a reaction.
Reaction work for
Yeah, when
like,
he's casting?
attack of opportunity? No, right? On teleport?
No, I do. I have a melee reaction.
I'm gonna take my shots.
Do I have a ring?
Fuck yeah.
You would.
That's
Is it worth it?
keep him here.
16.
Yeah, he's running away.
Yeah.
Shouldn't run away.
16.
Shouldn't teleport away.
Sentient beings try to get away when you're done.
Okay.
26.
Are you trying to counterspell?
I'll counterspell.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
What level?
9.
Oh. Oh.
That was pretty clutch.
That's right. You used your wish last night.
Well, that definitely works. Okay then.
I'm still gonna hit you.
Go for it.
Can I make?
I was gonna say.
Can I make a? Can I?
I was gonna say that.
I don't have it in my hand.
No.
Can I
we're
take
fine.
the sword of Kaz and aim for the roll?
That's our
that?
garage.
Sorry, Liam.
It's okay.
Anybody got a camera so we can put this in the scrapbook later?
I mean, yeah.
Are you falling?
No. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, bud.
33.
Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
What?
Hand stay on.
No. Don't worry about
Hand
it.
stays on, yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about
Cool. Touches my
You
round.
called shot
All
in
right.
his hand.
Yeah,
So-
I just thought I'd be like Luke Skywalker is that.
That ends Vecna's turn. He seems extremely frustrated.
He just took from me because I took my shots. It was a 26 damage plus 1 psychic for the first one. And another. Oh God, almost. God damn it. The other one hits, and it's again. God damn it. 18. 24 damage plus 1 psychic. And the third shot. Probably doesn't hit. Third shot does not hit.
Okay. Everyone's swarming up around him now, and each time he tries to cast a spell, even in his current divine form, it's just growing more and more frustrated. You can see now as this hulking entity is still bursting into Vasselheim and destroying.
While we don't know for sure if Wish could have freed Vax's soul, based on Matt's reaction to Sam passing on it implies that a discussion was had before the game in which he approved the possibility. I'm going to also assume that this was a one-time opportunity, since the Raven Queen planned on taking Vax once Vecna was defeated, making the wish ineffective once he was gone. This scene is a gut punch for so many reasons, but one thing is for sure. Liam and Sam really are the best married couple on the show.
In another form.
Unbelievable.
They read all languages.
Oh my God.
You were trying to save a wish for me?
Matt.
The gnarliest map of all time. The gnarliest map of all
I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad that worked out.
Fucking
Oh,
All right. It's late.
it's so late. There's real world.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Number 4. Scanlan uses Wish at Vex and Percy's wedding. from Vox Machina's Dallin's Closet one-shot. While Scanlan had to abandon his wish in the Vecna fight, this time he managed to make it happen. After a grueling final battle with Silas Briarwood, in which Vex finished the vampire off for good, her and Percival decided to marry on top of a cliff, foregoing the beautiful wedding ceremony they had planned. Scanlan, being clever yet again, decided to use Wish so that Vax, who had been gone for a year at this point, could see them all again and say a few words. What follows is one of the most bittersweet moments in all of Critical Role, and just goes to show that Sam Riegel is always thinking 10 steps ahead.
I didn't buy you a gift because nothing is expensive enough for you. And, you know, I threw the one thing that you loved away in the acid pit, so instead I wanted to give you as a gift just a wish. A wish that your brother would be able to speak to you for just a moment or two on your wedding day.
Is that possible?
I'll cast Wish.
Okay. How do you word your wish?
I wish that Vaxel Dan can say a few words at his sister's wedding.
A cold breeze comes drifting over the cliff face, passes by each of you, and you glance in the direction of the cliffside, and you see this dark silhouette towering 10, 15, 20 feet, a billowing mane of black hair and feathers, and a single white mask. From under the cloak, as it opens, you see a familiar set of black leather armor, a feathered mantle, and black hair. As Vaxel Dan, the eternal champion and companion to the Raven Queen, steps for the first time in over a year, briefly, on this mortal plane.
Scanlan Shorthalt. You are toying with the designs of the gods still, I see. Old friend.
But I didn't have a present, so...
She will allow it. And thank you. Hello.
Can you come over here? Am I allowed to hug him? Am I allowed to...
I don't know how this works.
I am so glad for you. A child.
Yeah, a little girl.
Like our mother.
Yes, named for her. I missed you so much.
I know. I am no longer worried for you. I know. The DeRollo family is born anew. Congratulations on this, your first of many blessings, Percival.
Thank you. Talk to her, idiot.
Thank you.
Don't be weird. Talk normal. Talk normal. Talk normal.
can worry about me. I am safe and taken care of. I am always with you.
I know. I know.
You will live as long as all of your hearts are beating. I will live within them. And my love will never dim. Hail to the Tempest.
Don't be weird. Go hug her.
Drifts over and wraps Keelan. Hello, my love. My home. Zephyra blossoms under your boughs as I knew it would.
It's not the same without you.
It will not be.
How am I supposed to get over you if you keep sending ravens to me?
I am imperfect, as are the gods. I pull her in closer. I am far, but not gone.
We know.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. Nothing. We get to go on. Because of you. It's not taken lightly.
He begins to look around the entire group. Your Grace. The doink. And he scatters against the
No, before he goes. What about the boots?
Number 3, Percy's Death and Resurrection, from episode 68, Cloak and Dagger, and episode 69, Pass Through Fire. When Percival begins his journey with Vox Machina, he is mentally unstable, hungry for vengeance, and just as eager to die with nobody to remember his name. 68 episodes later, the human gunslinger meets his end at the hands of Anna Ripley, the same deranged woman who helped the Briarwoods murder his family.
So it's a crit within 5 feet?
It's a melee attack within 5 feet and you're unconscious. It's 2 death saving throws.
Yep, been there, done that.
All right.
Come on, Percy. Come on. Big money, no whammies. Where's that golden
guys,
snitch?
That ends Orthax's turn.
Where's your
Percy,
fucking golden
it's your
snitch?
turn. Roll a death saving throw.
Oh, shit!
Oh no!
Come
Wait,
on,
is
man.
this it? Is this it?
Yeah, come
could
on.
be it.
Come on, come on.
Golden snitch.
10. I don't remember.
I believe that is not a failure. I believe it's
I
9
think
or
it's
below.
10 or higher, right?
I think it's 10 or higher.
Are you shitting me? You rolled a fucking
It was
10?
on the money.
Why
Yep,
you
10 or
shitting
higher,
me?
you succeed.
Oh my god!
Guys, let me. She takes 1 step, 2 steps there past Grog, sees Orthax just wailing on the corpse of Percy.
Oh,
It's back. Another name off the list. Yes. And fires. The bullet sinks into Percy. You hear the air escape from his lungs as Orthax suddenly flares up with darkness. You watch as the edge of the barrel, some sort of script that was carved in the side of one of the barrels, flares away with a purple flash. And it seems like some of Ripley's wounds tend to heal a little bit.
Out of sheer rage, the group tear Anna to pieces in what is probably the most gruesome how do you want to do this in the series. When they make it back to Whitestone for Pike to perform a resurrection ritual, they find that something is preventing the group's cleric from reaching Percy's soul, and everyone begins to panic.
You begin the incantation of the ritual. The first stage allows you to reach out and make contact with the spirit wherever it is. After 5 minutes of searching, you have no way of locating it. The spirit currently, something is blocking it.
Is it Orthax?
Like, you know it's out there. You can sense that there is an essence of Percival, but it's like it's blurred and there's something blocking it, and you can't. The ritual's unable to reach out.
Keyleth casts Greater Restoration on Anna's gun, which held Orthax, the shadow demon feasting on Percy's soul, locked to their plane of existence. Once Keyleth severs the connection, the curse is destroyed and gives Pike the window she needs to save their fallen comrade. Vox Machina quickly resume their ritual in hopes of saving the most vulnerable member of the group. And what follows is some of the most emotional role-playing in the entire campaign, including what is probably my favorite Vex'ahlia moment.
What do you want to offer to the skill challenge for this event? Something that you as an individual bring to this and bring to the connection to Percy to try and...
I say, Percy, I don't know if you can hear me, but that day in Singhorn was one of the best moments of my life. And not because of what you think. It wasn't because of my father or the title. It was because of Whitestone. It was because of you. You allowed me to be a part of the thing that you hold dearest. And I was so proud. But I don't want to be here if you're not. Whitestone still needs you, darling. I still need you here. And I lean down and I kiss him. And I say, I should have told you. It's yours.
Persuasion roll.
Natural 20!
I trust you.
Okay.
Okay.
I grabbed the skull from around his neck and I gave him. I say, Percy, we had many conversations about life and death. And in many ways, you were my total opposite. But you were also my best friend. And even though I told you on that day that I gave you this, that we're all gonna die and that you can still be saved from yourself, it was clear the journey was far from over, and it still isn't. And then I'm going to cast Conjure Within Beings, and I'm going to have a barrage of crows come from around me. And I'm gonna tell him, as much as you might think Your journey is not over. Just because yours might be, ours isn't. And we need you. And I need you.
Okay. At his head and shoot out the wings and lend them to Percival like the crow he is. Like a cloak.
I'm gonna say between the two of you on that, I need you to make a charisma ability check.
Oh.
With advantage because of Vax helping you. This is a challenge for you because persuasion's already been used. You as your point of leadership and strength of character, you're piercing through the veil and through the ritual to appeal to him as a person to another through sheer force of charismatic persuasion.
Come on, King, we're with
Advantage.
Oh,
Adding your
rolls
charisma
here.
bonus.
Use the gold die. 19.
19. You feel, Pike, the ritual begin to culminate. The divine energies lent to you by Saren Ray fill your form, and you watch as Pike's physical form now seems to overlap her divine form you've had at a distance. She is just this radiant golden image of herself, the same golden wings flaring up around her. And you watch as Percy's body begins to rise off the table, the arms and legs just limply hanging underneath, the chest rising up. The light from Pike begins to create a small well of divine energy that spirals down into his chest and blasts through him the table. The table itself cracks beneath him, yet he still remains aloft as the energy hits. The energy fades. The ritual completes. The room grows still and cold and dark once more. Pike's divine form disperses into golden feathers that just drift and disappear across the wooden floor. Percy's body slowly lands onto the table. Stillness. Stillness. Breaths begin to fill his chest once more. Unconscious as he is, life is slowly returning to Percival, as is color. His pale skin, pale as it's ever been, but now slowly stirring.
Hey, handsome.
Pike!
I'm sure that just so everyone knows.
Taliesin, get your butt in here.
He's so quiet.
Wait.
Number 2, Scanlan's Death, Resurrection, and Departure, from episodes 83, The Deceiver's Stand, 84, Loose Ends, and 85, A Bard's Lament. I'm sure at this point it seems like I have a Scanlan bias, but in all reality, some of the most emotional parts in Campaign 1 are caused by, or directly focus on our favorite gnome bard. Number 2 on this list technically stretches across 3 episodes, so I do apologize if it seems like I'm cheating here, but collectively, I think these 3 moments have the most emotional payoff in the entire series. During the grueling battle with Rayshon, the final dragon in the Chroma Conclave, both Scanlan and Percy are killed. The group revive Percy, but are so tapped out that they have to rush Scanlan's body back to Whitestone, where Pike will have to perform a resurrection ritual.
That ends Rayshon's turn. Scanlan, death saving throw.
Oh my god, oh my god.
3.
Oh. And with that,
Hold on. That's not.
the breath escapes Scanlan's lungs, the smile across his face as life leaves his form.
This time I died with a bad joke and piss all over me.
Died as he lived, hard, or after a bad joke with piss all over him.
Are we all here then?
Grog!
Scanlan was down.
Scanlan's down.
I'll take off running for Vex.
Okay, as you turn around the corner, Kima and Allura are rushing up to you now as well. Is he... And you turn the corner, Grog, and you see Vax holding the still body of Scanlan just dangling out of his arms.
No. No! No! Fix him! Fix him!
It's Dr. Rock. You're a child.
Will somebody do something?
We have to take him home.
We have to get him out of here.
Well, we've got all these people with magic. You've all got magic spells. You just brought him back. Fix him!
Pike looks at Kima. Can you do anything?
This is beyond any of my capabilities. Look, I have a certain skill set, and it's not this kind of skill set. I'm sorry.
Back to the Raven Queen. You can talk to her, right? Vax?
I mean, what do we need? Do we need, like...
Okay, we have to get him out of here because this place sucks.
We need to take him somewhere. With the temple.
All of the resurrection rituals in Critical Role are intense for their own reasons, but something about Scanlan's feels exceptionally draining. Vox Machina had just defeated the Chroma Conclave but can't really celebrate, and there's also the fact that Scanlan had promised his daughter Kaylee that he wouldn't get killed. Pike and Grog, who are the closest to him, also have a difficult time processing his death, which gives us some really powerful character moments.
Can I reach out and put my hand on his chest? Do I feel anything?
Nothing. It's cold with a touch. He's been gone for a while now, and there's a very little difference between the touch of the stone he's on and the chest, other than the fleshy texture.
This is not over. It can't be. We've done so much, and I mean, we have so much more to do, right? This is not over. Right, don't you move. Go ahead and get your shut-eye, and we'll be back. You rest here. Try not to have too much fun without us, and I'll leave.
Okay. Now, who would like to make a contribution to the ritual?
I'll go. I step up, and I take my Titanstone knuckles off. I take the belt of Dwarven Kind off. I wrap it around the knuckles, and I lay it next to Scanlan. And I say, you've been with me through so much. I pride myself on my strength, but as we fought Earthbreaker Groom, you were there by my side, as I learned that my true strength comes from my friends. Which means that these trinkets, no matter how strong they are, mean nothing. You knew me before them, and I would hope you would know me after. And while my best buddy Pike taught me to love, you taught me to laugh. And I don't want to know what life is like without that. And the last thing I'd say is, Saint, you spent so many times inspiring me. I'd like to take a page from your book, and to the tune of the Washington Redskins fight song, sing, Hail to Scanlan Shortholt, hail to victory. No one can make me laugh faster. Please bring him back to me.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
As Grog steps away, you watch as the circular glyph pattern of the ritual around you, a portion of it lights up. The first contribution being presented. Who wishes to take the next presentation?
I have a couple things to say, but I know I'm already...
Okay.
Well, I reach in my pocket and I pull out a little doll, and Scanlan, I don't know if you remember this, but you gave this to me, and it's a little doll of you, which is very appropriate. But when I died, this saved my life because you gave it to me, and I didn't know that you would put healing words in it. And it saved me, and I hope that today I can return the favor. I'll place that next to him. I prepared a poem. I don't have it memorized, so hold on. Okay. Here lies Scanlan the Bard, a gnome who sang soft but died hard. To anyone who hears us, both far and wide, bring us back our dirty friend at least one more time. He may not be tall or brute or rough. He may be little, but his heart is buff. We are a party, and every party needs a clown. Without our friend to rein us in, we'll burn down your whole fucking town. You see, I love this gnome very much. He's small like me, but he's touched. He's raided and slain. He's pooped while he sang. But if he's gone forever, I won't be the same. Now that he's learned he's a dad, the journey that all of us had cannot be in vain, will not be in waste. Please, Scanlan, open your eyes and see your daughter's face.
I'd say go ahead and make a performance check with advantage.
I just rolled a natural 20. No. Oh, man. Okay.
All right. At this point, as you step back, there's a flash of movement at the edge of the altar, and with a double clack of her shoes, you watch Kaylee land her flip onto the top of the altar, stand up straight, wobble for a second and catch her. She pulls out her fiddle.
Wait. I just take her wrist. It's no small thing to have a father who loves you. And I cast Lay on Hands and clear her mind of the alcohol.
Her instinct is to pull away as you grasp her wrist, as it is instinct of any man who tries to lay a hand on her. And in the moment, she fights the instinct, and as the healing energy kind of just swells through her arm, she closes her eyes, and for the first time since she arrived, you watch as the tears that she had kept at bay blink down her cheek, finally. She reaches over and kind of just taps your hand twice with her bow. And still not making eye contact with you, but just nods. and begins to play a beautiful, soft, sad violin piece that begins to swell faster and faster and faster and transition from a mournful piece of remembrance into a lively, jovial fiddle piece. The music begins to pick up and she begins to dance, her feet clacking across the top of the altar. And the juxtaposition of the energy and the emotion of the room towards this strange rush of energy and liveliness is awkward at first and then a welcome. And you can't help but in spite of yourself smile as the sound fills the room. As she goes faster and faster and faster, her feet clacking faster and faster across the stonework on the top. She brings it to a giant crescendo and finishes with a flourish, the bow outside. She puts her head up and you see the tear streak down her face, no smile, just a stoned expression, and she gives a bow. It's a performance check on that. As the divine energies of the ritual swell, you watch as the energy kind of shoots across, stepping into the diamond that's still on his chest. You watch as the divine powers, the diamond swells with bright energy before shattering into a diamond dust across his chest, across the altar, clattering to the ground, like a glittering handful of sand just tossed across his body. The glyphs fade and go cold. The light of the room descends into the same low-lit candle light that you presented to the ritual pike. A moment passes. Another moment passes. Another moment passes. And eyes still closed, he watches a small smile curls across Scanlan's face, and his chest rises and falls, and rises and falls. As the relief spreads throughout the room, Kaylee walks up. Wipe that smile off your face. We're gonna have a talk, and slaps his face the other way. Jumps off the altar, slams out the two doors, the front, and kind of staggers out of the temple into the outside.
Once Scanlan is revived and wakes up from his comatose state, he is deeply angered to find himself dressed in a nightgown, covered in pudding, with his hands bound over his head. What follows is probably the most heated moment amongst Vox Machina, as Scanlan lashes out at the group for fracturing the already shaky relationship he had with Kaylee. Scanlan chooses to leave the group, triggering a wave of various reactions amongst the party members.
I'm sorry I fell again. Can someone answer me one thing, though? Who got Kaylee? Who brought Kaylee here?
Bex did.
Down on the bed with you. Well, it just seemed like the logical thing to do, dear.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Right. Well, because you see.
I promised her I wasn't going to die, and you showed her my dead body. You thought that was a good idea?
What? You'd rather she just discover it on her own?
No, I'd
This
rather
way
she
she had-
never know.
Scanlan. She came here. She helped bring you back. You know what that means, right?
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
You think it's bad that she cares about you?
I think it's bad that she thinks that I'm an oath breaker, that I am weak, that I failed in my promise to her,
Scanlan.
that everything she thought of me when she found me is confirmed now, that I can't be trusted and I can't protect her.
Scanlan. She thought nothing of you when you met her, all right? The fact that she showed up here and saw that you gave your life for a greater cause, that's so much more important than any promise you made.
I hope that's true.
I think it is. She didn't run away. And after the fact, she stayed here and looked after you?
I made a promise and I broke it and you proved it to her. And I wish you hadn't meddled in my affairs. I don't have many things that I care about. And I don't have anything that cares about me.
That's a lie.
That is bullshit.
It's definitely
Full
untrue.
bullshit.
What? You think you care about me?
Yes, asshole, yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. You like me because I make jokes and I play songs and I give you a warm place to stay at night and I feed you fucking chicken and I heal you in battle. But you don't really care about me. Come on. Let's be honest with each other. You don't really give a shit about me,
I've
do you?
changed my outlook on life because of you. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course we all love you. You could crush me
Prove it.
in a second.
Prove it.
How?
What do you want us to do?
We traveled into the fucking 9 hells to get Pike a suit of armor. We went and battled a city of vampires so Percy could feel good about his name. We fought Goliaths for grog. We've traveled across planes of existence so you could fix your fucking daddy issues. But you've never done anything for me. Ever. You've never risked anything. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. What's my mother's name? What's her name? Easy question. Died in front of me. Killed by a goblin. Biggest part of my life. What's her name? My father. Is he alive or dead? How old am I? Where's my fucking dog? You don't care about me.
We did get your dog.
Did you?
No, we didn't.
No, we did. I searched.
I've asked you your age.
I thought I did the magic search. No. Fucking hell.
It's fine. I'm just a little hungover for being dead, and I just have been thinking for a while that, you know, Grog has Pike, Vax has Keyleth, Percy has Vex, but Scanlan has no one, and I had one chance at one real relationship with my daughter, and I feel like you gone and fucked it up too. Because you don't really know me and you don't really know what my relationship is with her or what I promised her or anything really. And it's fine. When I met you all, I was just a funny little man playing songs, and that's all I'll ever really be. And that's okay, because I can take care of myself.
You don't have to, Scanlan. Nobody knew that any of this was going on. How many times have we asked you if you're all right and you just laugh and joke? We can't help you if you don't tell us what's going on.
I don't need your help.
Well, apparently you do, darling.
Well, I don't like that very much at all.
Get used to it. Nobody likes needing someone.
Scanlan, do you wish we wouldn't have brought you back? Should we not have done
I
that?
just wish you wouldn't have brought her into this.
Scanlan,
I had one shot with her, and now how will I ever show her that I can be trusted? How will I ever show her that I can protect her?
Well, maybe you should fucking talk to her.
Yeah, you think you are a better father than most of us have ever had.
You're right. I should talk to her.
You should.
I should.
Don't
And
treat
I
her like a
will.
fucking sacred object. Treat her like a daughter,
Fine.
Scanlan.
You're right. I will. I'll talk to her.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. No, I will not go whoring with you one more time.
No, I was going to ask you what your mother's name is.
Miss Juniper.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Thank you for asking.
Is your father still alive?
I don't really know. He makes things. Made things. I don't know. His name is Vikul.
I'm glad you're back. Whatever you want to do now that you are, it's up to you, mate.
We've never had one conversation, you and I, about my mother. Where my sister and I came from. Did you know Thordak killed her?
I think that's come up.
We've never talked about it. Not once. Because I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't push into your private life. If you wanted to talk to me, and you did, about your daughter, we did. We talked in the sewers of Western about your daughter because you wanted to talk about her. We love you, Scanlan, and if you want to talk about your mother or your father, we will. You have not been exactly forthcoming.
That's fair. I haven't been. But I also don't have anyone. I have to take care of myself. That's all. I'll go out the door.
Okay. As he walks down the hall, he hears feet across the stonework echo quieter and quieter until you can't hear it anymore. You all stand in stunned silence in the chamber.
Number 1. Vax's Final Goodbye, from episode 115. The chapter closes. In the final episode of Vox Machina's campaign, the group take their first breath after defeating the Archlich Vecna. Jaman Saord brings them to the Platinum Sanctuary, where they converse with High Bearer Vord and Allura about their hard-earned victory. Keyleth gives a touching victory speech to the citizens of Vasselheim, and once she finishes, Vax feels a sharp, cold pain in his chest. The Raven Queen, who has kept Vax alive for the sole purpose of letting him aid in their final battle, has come to finally take him once and for all. Despite knowing this would happen for quite some time, it only makes the moment that more painful, as Vox Machina are forced to accept that one of them will have to leave forever.
You turn around to look at the rest of your family. And as you guys look at his face, in but a flash, you can see this dark shape behind him. This looming black cloak, this lithe dress that cascades down into a bell and drags across the ground. And there you see the form of the Raven Queen, porcelain mask, long dark hair behind, as her hands slowly creep over the shoulders of Vax'ildan. The mask slowly looks down towards him. You have done well, my champion. The skein of destiny has tugged in your wake. And even this victory culminates with the crossing of a few fate-touched souls. By your hand, your bravery, your sacrifice, you ensure a future for all you love. And all who will come to love you and what you've done. You may never know the import of your time here, but take solace in the knowledge that you will see the ripples of your actions carry hope for generations to come. My Vax'ildan, it is time.
No.
Say your goodbyes, then come join my side. And the hands pull away, and she stands there.
I'm not ready.
You're ready for you people.
Not without you.
I am so very proud of you. And so grateful for everything you gave to me. You are going to be a strong leader and a wise leader.
I'll find you. I promise. I'll see you again.
I'll never be that far away. My brothers. I love you.
We love you too. Thank you for everything. If you want us to fight her, just say Jenga. And we will.
Maybe from the other side. Someday, just for shits and giggles.
Can I ask? Are you afraid?
I'm going to go visit my mother. And I'll see all of you again. Freddie.
I do not accept this.
I know. But I charge you to take good care of my sister and love her. And your friend, Keyleth. Love her as well. She will need it. She will need friends.
Of course.
Thank you for trying.
I wish I could have done more.
You did everything. Pickle. Pickle, you showed me the way. And I know it doesn't look like that right now, but you absolutely did.
Wish I didn't for you.
You taught me purpose, Pickle. Purpose. And I know I will see you again. You be there for them. You're the light in all our lives. I never had a greater friend than you. When we traveled a lot, I never had a greater friend than you.
I feel like she's taking part of me away.
I will bring it with me to remind me of you.
I don't know how to live.
I will see you again.
I know.
I will see you again. And I will tell your mother that you say hello.
Please. I love you. I don't accept this.
I know that it's hard. I take Keyleth's face in my hands and happily take one more kiss. I'm sorry it's so cold.
I don't care. I don't accept this. I love you.
I will never stop loving you. I look
to the Raven Queen. And as I walk closer, since I leveled up, I use the Druid cantrip, Druidcraft, and grow snowdrops out from where I stand out to all of my family. Out to where they stand. Shit. Thank you. How lucky I have been to have had all of you. How lucky indeed. Thank you.
And as he turns and walks towards the darkened cloak of his matron, in the darkness of her cloak, you see a brief light, but it's brighter for you. As you walk forward, you see reaching from the light the dark hair, the fair skin, and the wide smile of your mother, Elena. As she greets you, she says, "I'm so proud." The rest of you watch as her cloak begins to fade, like a slowly scattered shadow in creeping sunlight. And as the snowdrop flowers continue with each step, you blink, and it's just feathers.
It's hard to briefly convey the emotional complexity and heaviness of this scene when there are countless hours of material leading up to this moment. Even though Vox Machina saved the world and became legendary heroes, the permanent loss of Vax'ildan changes the group's dynamic forever. As seen in Dalin's Closet one-shot, the half-elf rogue does briefly return to exchange words on his sister's wedding day, so there is still hope that the group can occasionally communicate with him. Regardless, the loss is extremely bittersweet and narratively one of my favorite things about the first campaign. You could argue that the entire epilogue deserves to be number 1 on this list, and in a way I agree, but to me, the lingering effects of Vax's memory is what makes you feel the entire weight of this adventure in just a few sentences.
As the sunlight slowly blinks away over the horizon, leaving you with the purples and blues, the night sky as the stars begin to glitter out. You hear a raven caw catch your ear as you glance up into the branches of the cherry blossom tree. There's just one raven.
Focus.
It flies down, lands on your shoulder. It's a bigger raven than any you've seen before. You've not seen this raven around.
Little scratch.
It leans into it. And every day that raven comes to visit. And that's where we're going to close the campaign.
What a nice story.
Wow.
Let's do it again.
Oh my god.